Hello, YouTube world. Mac Daddy 1911 A1 here with the Shade Tree Survivalist. Yesterday, Jimmy and I got out and we did some shooting with our rifles and got him tuned in and had a couple of hiccups. Found the op rod was binding because of the paint I had added. So last night I stripped all that off and thought my troubles were over, and it was not quite that way. It just still giving me crap today, and the reason I'm going to go ahead and dub the audio is because there's a lot of silence going on in the video. But I think what the biggest problem was is the brand new springs I put in it, the extractor jumping over the shoulder of the cartridge into the extractor groove. The damn thing was so freaking tight that it did not want to do that. But then I had a couple of cases it did not want to extract out of that one magazine, and even when I eject the magazine, you'll see it was real pain in the damn neck. And after the first magazine, which was 10 rounds, before the end of it, I got it to running smoothly, but I don't know if there was still some paint under the op rod or what. It was sticking like crazy. Second magazine, absolute flawless. I'm still tilting the rifle. The little bubble level that I purchased to add to the rifle that is just under the rear of the rear scope mount. It came loose yesterday and I modified it a bit so it actually was in better contact, and it didn't come loose today, but it still was shooting to the right. I adjusted the scope for it, got it pretty well centered up, and finally got it on to where I was wanting it at. But another thing I think I was having trouble with, I'm trying not to touch the rifle and let it fire itself, basically. I'm not pulling it real tight in the shoulder. I'm letting it set on the sandbag in the rear as well as the bipod in the front, and not touching the rifle. There's so much freaking play in the bipod. You can see it when it fired. It rocked back and then forth. It was shooting high. I was like, what in the hell? So here in a few minutes, okay, you see how my thumb is on my shooting hand? That right there, you're just keeping the rifle vertical, and that was it. I wasn't really pulling it into the shoulder, and it's just resting on that sandbag and barely touching me. But watch when I fire the rifle here in a moment. Watch the bipod and see how much it flexes to the rear. That thing has got to go. That is all there is to it. Yeah, see right there, it was very, very tight. Worked with it a little bit, cleaned it up, and I don't know if I got some more paint other places, but after I fired it a little bit, it opened, it just smoothed right out. Fired, extracted, ejected, and reloaded perfectly. But this first magazine, for whatever reason, and it was only half a magazine, and I looked the magazine over real closely to find out if there were any problems with the magazine, except for one of the brand new checkmates. And this is the second portion. I'd stopped the camera while I was looking for brass, and I think I have one or two more issues with this magazine. Once I finally get done with it, the last couple rounds fire perfectly fine, and then when I snap in that second mag and start with it, it's flawless throughout the rest of the thing. So may have got some extra paint somewhere I didn't realize. And that's the thing. You got to share your successes, of course, here on YouTube, but you want to share your mistakes so that other people can learn from those mistakes. And like I said, that op rod track, that thing there, where it slides down the side of the receiver. If you have an M14, M1 Garand, or Mini 14, And here's that one there. It got stuck bigger than crap, and there's nothing wrong with the case. Checked it over. I mean, it was jammed tight, and I wound up taking the magazine out, and okay, there we go. Just I don't know. Maybe it's riding the magazine itself was riding the bottom of the bolt so tightly. Um, that's the thing. If your mag's out of spec a little bit, you could have an issue with it. Okay, got that one out. Reseated the magazine. Charged the charging handle. Made sure it was all the way up and in place where it needed to be. And I hope I'm not blowing on this dang microphone. Let me turn it down a bit. Okay, now I'm pulling it tighter into my hand, or into my shoulder, and not my hand, but my shoulder. And the accuracy works a lot better. You see that it didn't wiggle as much on the bipod because I got it pulled tight. It's not going anywhere. What I was trying to do is not disturb the rifle, not to induce a tremor or my heartbeat. There it goes again. This is, like I said, this first magazine, it gave me crap the whole time. And it's a brand spanking new magazine. Look at that. I mean, just a nightmare. Now, I remove the mag. I think I use it to tap. So, yeah, it's so freaking tight. So I think what it was, somehow or another, I got some paint somewhere it shouldn't have got. And after this was over with, I brought it back in the shop and I oiled it really good and checked over the places that the hot rod rides, and just cycled it and cycled it and cycled it and cycled it and cycled it. But I think right there I'm checking the brass that I picked up, or I extracted out of it that time. I'm checking the mags to make sure that's the one that's nearly empty. That's the first one. It seems like after this it starts running just fine. And that's the thing. I use a full size, and these are reloads. These are reloads, but I use a full resizing die. I mean, full length resizing die, so it's supposed to reset it back to its factory length and overall dimensions, but maybe not. I'm not sure. And you can see it's. But when I'm slamming my hand in it to push the yacht rod on forward, that's where the extractor is so freaking tight because of that new damn spring. It just does not want to snap over the base of the cartridge. And that little bit, because we saw that yesterday when Jimmy and I were shooting it. And after this is over, I'd reload that mag with those that I cycled through the gun, through the rifle, for all you English Nazis out there. Here we go. Reloading that mag. And once I do that, I'm going to get back to it. It seems like after that, it ran flawless. I have no idea what the difference is. The ammunition was all clean. Like I said, I run it through a full length resizing die, so that it is correct. I snapped the hot rod with my heel of my hand just to make damn sure it was seated all the way onto the cartridge. So, and we pull it real tight in the shoulder. Maybe this is where, because they're cycling, feeding, doing everything like it's supposed to. And no more issues. No idea. I don't know if it was some paint or some crud that might have got in there. This is the thing. Dirt and all, it'll wipe away as it's cycling, as far as in the hot rod track. But if there's something stuck to it like paint, you don't just peel paint right off. It's gonna be scraped off or worn off. Okay, well, this is the new mag, and I mean, she runs perfectly fine. And yeah, just doing a beautiful job. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop with this portion of it. But yeah, the new springs, because I put all brand new springs throughout the gun, the rifle, and of course the paint job. And that's the thing. I'd have one or two hiccups with it after I'd done the springs, but no more. And then this one here, it was just a pain in the neck. So without further ado, I'll stop this audio and let you guys listen to that ring of that beautiful M1A M14 rifle.
Four more to the left. Just under the bullseye. Just under the bullseye. All right. Go up a hair. Two up. Still. Eating it up, but it's still to the right. Damn. Bullseye. Bullseye. And that was good, because that was my last round. Whatever the hell was wrong with it, we cured it. You can damn sure see the mirage coming off the barrel now. Heated her up pretty damn good. Yeah, shooting to the damn right. Oh. But they all hit. Good God Almighty, I think part of my brain come out. Where'd my ear plug? Well, I guarantee you my cats have shit and got. Maybe it just had to knock some more of that paint off, I don't know. Tell you one damn thing, that corner right there is sharp as hell. Yep. All right. Got the hiccup squared away. Probably after the last time I put it out of the chassis, it may have, I don't know, run into something. That was 20 or 30 rounds. Got to pick up our brass and see. Wasn't outstanding because I was missing the bullseye to the right. And then I got it under the bullseye, and then I hit the bullseye. But I missed the bullseye more than I hit, but it was within an inch of it, which sucks at this range. But I had a hell of a group going. Hell of a group. And let's see, the second mag, that was the one I rebuilt, the one that didn't give me any crap. Well, I think it did to start with, but then it smoothed out. Maybe it wasn't, maybe it was that first mag. And I cannot tell which one of the mags that one is. That may be one of them. That's one of the damn new Checkmate. I don't see anywhere that the bolt might have been hitting it. No idea. Alright. Did some shooting with Old Betsy. It took a minute. I don't know if it was that protector magazine or what the deal was. I didn't see any distortion on the brass. I gotta pick all this crap up.